Hi everyone, Andy Pickering here. Slightly different episode today. I'm sure you've seen the news. Elon Musk has sent out a Bitcoin tweet and effectively crashed the markets. So yeah, a bit of an interesting one. So I'm just going to kind of react to what he said and just go through a few things here. I had something else planned for today, but we can't really not talk about it. This is the big news of the day, so let's get into it and see what Elon has said and what is happening. Okay, so here's the tweet. So Elon Musk, he says Tesla and Bitcoin. And this is what he says. He says, Tesla has suspended vehicle purchases using Bitcoin. We're concerned about rapidly increasing use of fossil fuels for Bitcoin mining and transactions, especially coal, which has the worst emissions of any fuel. Cryptocurrency is a good idea on many levels, and we believe it has a promising future, but this cannot come at great cost to the environment. Tesla will not be selling any Bitcoin, and we intend to use it for transactions as soon as mining transitions to more sustainable energy. We are also looking at other cryptocurrencies that use less than 1% of Bitcoin's energy transaction. Okay, so that's a statement from Elon today. And look, if you're listening to this on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, I'm using some visual references here, which you can see if you watch the video on YouTube. Just going to go through some of these tweets. Okay, so that was Elon's tweet about an hour, maybe 2 hours ago today, right? And if we just look at, so let's look at CoinMarketCap. So Bitcoin down to around 49,000. So that's a steep drop of 12%. Quite a sharp sell-off. And look, if we just look at the heat map on Coin360, you can see it is red. Yeah, quite a savage dump here. Just the whole market is tanking because this is kind of unexpected, really. So it's a little bit hard to understand really what Elon is thinking here, especially because just looking back here, right? So this is a tweet from Jack, right? Jack Dorsey. He's the I guess the CEO of Twitter or the founder of Twitter and Square Crypto, Square, the Cash App. So Jack is a major Bitcoin guy, right? So this is a tweet that Jack sent back in April, and he was referencing a white paper that Square Crypto and ARK Invest wrote, and it was basically it's a white paper about how Bitcoin can potentially be a key driver of renewable energy in the future. Now, what's interesting about this tweet is you can see Jack has said Bitcoin incentivizes renewable energy, and who is down here replying? It's Elon himself, and he says that is true. So Elon is saying he agrees with Jack, and he's agreeing that Bitcoin does incentivize renewable energy. So yeah, a bit strange for Elon to come out today and say that he's really concerned about Bitcoin's energy footprint. Now, I mean, it's no surprise that Bitcoin does have a big energy footprint from a proof of work mining. We all know that, but that there aren't too many people on the planet that know more about renewable energy and how we can potentially transition to a renewable future than Elon Musk. So when Elon decided to put Bitcoin on its balance sheet earlier this year, you would think that Tesla and Elon and his team, they would have thought all this through, right? So yeah, just want to go through some of this. So this is the tweet from Square. So they talk about how Bitcoin is a potential key driver of renewable energy. And as I say, so this is written by Square and ARK Invest. Now, of course, the driving force behind ARK is Cathie Woods, and Cathie and ARK are big investors in Tesla as well. So you would assume that Cathie and Elon, they would have talked about this a lot as well. This is the white paper in question. So yeah, Bitcoin is key to an abundant, clean energy future. Something that you think Elon would be very keen to support and get behind. So I'm not going to go too deep into this at the moment. What I will do is I'll put links to all of these resources and white papers in the show notes, just so you can dig into them yourself if you're interested. But yeah, so this is the white paper from Square and Kathy and her team at ARK. And yeah, they're really just talking about how, Bitcoin mining could encourage investment and everything from solar systems, just renewable energy across the board. So yeah, that one there. Also, Square, again, this is a Jack Dorsey company. So they also published this back in May. So they call it Bitcoin Mining, the Square Crypto Book of Bitcoin Mythology. This is it here. So this is just like I really enjoy this. This is like a nicely designed, like an old school kind of children's book thing from Square Crypto. And what they're doing here is they talk through some of the myths about Bitcoin and try and debunk some of those myths. So if we just go down, so like they're talking about here, Bitcoin scaling. But yeah, so here's the one about energy. So the myth here is Bitcoin using too much energy? And they say that some myths can't see the woods for the trees. Maybe that's because they are trees. What's the beef with Bitcoin? How much energy it consumes. Though they have good intentions, their concern is a little misplaced, says Square. It's actually CO2 that's the problem, not energy consumption. And they say that if Bitcoin consumed 100x more energy but emitted zero CO2, would these worried sycamores care? Probably not. And if the demand for renewable energy does spike 100-fold, so would investment in green technology, which benefits everyone, especially trees. So, essentially what they're saying is, there's an argument to be made that, the more renewable energy is used for Bitcoin mining, then, it becomes a kind of self-fulfilling prophecy, right? Now, that's not to say that there is this concern about proof of work mining and how much energy it does consume, because traditionally there have been fossil fuels being used to mine Bitcoin, and that, of course, that's bad for the environment. So there is a pushback to this narrative, right? And so the team at Blockworks here, so they've just put together a curated list of the latest articles and research on Bitcoin and environment. So again, I'm not going to go through these, but these are all very good articles and white papers and resources from the likes of Square, ARK Investment, our old friend Andreas Antonopoulos, and Nick Carter, of course. Nick Carter is another, he's a major Bitcoin influencer investor, and he has written several papers on Bitcoin mining that I would definitely recommend. So again, these will all be in the show notes. Lots to dig into there. On a similar note, old mate Dan Held, also an old school Bitcoiner and one of the key guys at the Kraken exchange. So he wrote a good thread here on Bitcoin's energy as consumption. And one of the arguments that he has said is no one really has the moral authority to tell you what is a good or bad use of energy. For example, watching the Kardashians, he says. So I guess what he's saying is we use energy to run the world, and no one has the moral authority to tell you what is a good or bad use of energy, right? Just back to Elon, he put out this tweet yesterday or two days ago. Do you want Tesla to accept Doge? And, unsurprisingly, everyone is saying yes. So again, it's just a little bit hard to really figure out what Elon's motivations are here. He's gone from being a Bitcoin bull to effectively the Doge father. And, Doge has gone from kind of zero to hero this year. And then, there was the whole Saturday Night Live event when Doge crashed again. Just amazing to see that Elon can move the markets the way he can just with one or two tweets, right? So again, we're just going back to the statement today, and it's, you know, without wanting to speculate too much, you know, you just sort of wonder, does Elon have a master plan here? You know, he's obviously a smart guy. He is really engaging with the cryptocurrency ecosystem, particularly with Bitcoin and Dogecoin. And given that he is so interested in helping to try and transition, you know, the whole planet to renewable energy, perhaps he has some kind of master plan. You know, there's all these energy initiatives that Tesla are building with these incredible giga, what are they called, the giga battery factories, solar city. You know, maybe he has some kind of master plan where he's going to try and enable some clean crypto mining somehow. I don't think that's a stretch to think that that could be possible, but maybe that's part of the long-term master plan. It's too soon to really know. But for now, again, it's just today quite amazing how he can just send out one tweet and really crash the market here. So not too much else to say, really. I just kind of wanted to put this out as a reaction video, and it'll be fascinating to see what happens in the days ahead. But, you know, for now, again, I think, you know, nothing could sum it up better than, you know, this guy here. Do we really want to give this guy so much power over the markets? I mean, it is what it is. He, in his wisdom, has sent out these tweets, and here we are, really in the red. So that's all I've got. You know, no major wisdom or insights here. It really is too soon to say what will happen. But I do encourage you to read into some of these resources that will be in the show notes, and kind of make up your own mind on, you know, whether Bitcoin's proof of work is really an existential threat to the environment, or is it actually a key driver of renewable energy? So that is just going to be one of the key, if not the key narratives playing out across crypto for the foreseeable future. So going to be fascinating to see how this all plays out. But yeah, that's me for today. Thank you very much for listening. Yeah, nothing else to say except please do remember to subscribe to the Crypto Conversation and whatever podcast app you are using. But that's us for today. This was just a nice quick one. All right. Thanks, team. This was the Crypto Conversation. Excuse me. This was the Crypto Conversation for a brave new coin.